Okay. Thank you, Dr. Lori Hicks, for joining me tonight. Thank you so much. My name is Leslie Neely, and I'm one of the master influencers for the Wiz Clubhouse. And we are so excited because this is everything is historical. Like, this is the first time
Yes.
that this production is being done in an audio space, and the way you guys are doing it is just phenomenal. So if you could just take a few moments and just introduce yourself to our viewers.
I am Dr. Lori Hicks. I am the vocal director for the Wiz CH. I am a department chair. I run a music department at Kentucky State University. I am a mother. I am a vocal coach and a director. I'm a composer. I'm a singer. Whatever God has blessed me with, that's what I do. And I'm just excited to be on this project. I've been having a lot of fun. And just can't wait for you guys to see everything that we're putting together for it.
Oh my gosh, this is like so the Wiz, because I'm 40. I'll be 49 this year. So I I think I was 2 years old, or no, maybe a little older than that. Whenever the Wiz came out, I remember my dad taking me to the theater
Oh,
to
really?
see the Wiz with Diana Ross, Michael Jackson, and I've always been afraid of Eveline. Like, I mean, up until my late 20s, I just didn't. I would run up the steps after I turned the light off. Like, that's how connected I am to the Wiz. And as a kid, I was involved in productions, adaptations of the Wiz. So I used to actually have the Broadway script that I would lay in bed and read at night. Like, so I'm really connected
Yeah.
personally into this. So you as a vocal director, because the music is just phenomenal. Quincy Jones is a mastermind.
Wow.
And to know that Luther Vandross was connected to this as well, and
Yeah.
to hear him on Can't You Feel a Brand New Day, like all of that is just so exciting. So like what does that how did you get connected to the Wiz CH in this process?
Through Clubhouse. And Talia Moore, the producer, we happened to be in a room together. Oh, I hosted a room talking about from the black church to the opera stage. She came through and talked, and we got involved in the discussion. And then she called me and said, we're doing this. I'd love for you to be vocal director. And I said, Absolutely." So it was really a no brainer. Grew up with the Wiz. I always have loved and admired just the energy and how that music was put together, the colors, the theatrics, everything. Really helped shape me early on as a musician. So the opportunity to be able to direct it, yeah, and in such a new and innovative medium at that, doing something
Mhm.
completely new, completely different with a piece of music that I just eat it up. I can't get, oh, I never get tired of it. And you think, we're in rehearsals now. So, we've got two leads and then two understudies, and you think you
Mhm.
get tired of hearing the same song. I don't get tired of it. I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
next. So yeah, it really is a wonderful experience, and yeah, I'd love to be able to bring my expertise to it, but learning all at the same time, learning from the other directors and producers and the cast members, and yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, it's been awesome.
Wow. And you guys, I know with Dream Girls, with Clubhouse, how do you all rehearse? Do you all rehearse on Clubhouse?
We've been rehearsing on Zoom.
Okay.
We'll start rehearsing on Clubhouse, but I'm asking them to be on in Clubhouse and on Zoom at the same time because I like to see you
Yeah.
versus doing it. And so, but yes, we're going to start rehearsing in Clubhouse, getting the sound right. We won't tell all the secrets of all the things that we're putting in place to make sure it's right, but we are going the extra mile to make sure the sound is lining up and everybody is going to be comfortable and heard and the story will be told.
That is awesome. So in the cast, there are some gender switches kind of going on. So typically we know the scarecrow to be a male persona, but there's a female who's actually playing the one, the Scarecrow in one of the productions.
And one of the
How's that working out?
and one of the 10 men.
And one of the 10 minutes. So how's that working out?
I deal with the voice. I deal with the voice. I need if I hear the character in the voice, if I hear the range in the voice, if I hear the body that's needed for the story, it really doesn't matter. I think that's one of the magic of it being all audio as well. It doesn't
Mm-hmm.
matter. You get the character, you get the excitement, you get what they bring with their experiences, and they're all different. That's when it just adds a whole nother layer to what you're able to do, how you're able to tell this story. So I deal with the voice.
Right. Is this considered like an expansion of voice acting?
Ooh, yeah, yes.
That just came to me,
Why
right?
not? Yes. And I kind of lead the rehearsals with that each time. Like you all are painting a picture. We don't have the dancing. We don't have all the other things that add to the element. It is just your voice. So you really
Wow.
have to think through how you want to communicate it, how you want your audience to feel, and exactly how you want to articulate what you're feeling and what that character is feeling. So yeah, it is. It's taking the singing actor to another level. Yeah.
Wow. That is this is just so just so amazing. So not only the singers, do you work with the narrators at all?
I have not,
Okay.
and I would like to because they've been in separate rehearsals. I've just been focusing in my energy on the leads right now. But once we start getting into full rehearsals where everyone is together, if they're willing to take direction, but I did open it up to where I gave access to the entire cast to my boot camp exercises. So things that they could be doing, and it's open for everyone. So the voice actors can do them as well. Breathing exercises, placement, trills, all these types of things. So just being trying to get everybody on that same page, giving the technical foundation. Oops, sorry.
That's okay.
To
That's okay. Good. I'm glad you took a pivot there because I did have a chance to browse your website, which is www.lchstudios.com. And you do have videos there. You, of course, because you are Dr. Lori Hicks and you provide expert information, some of the items you do have to register a payment for, but you have free videos that are available there. I've perused through a couple of them, and it's interesting that be, your skill set that you have and the published content that you have, you're able to instruct these voice actors as well as refer them to content that you created for technique. I think that is amazing. Like for you to say how helpful, that was my next question. Like how helpful has that been for them? But if they're taking advantage of it, then that gives them an extra edge to be better, as far as I'm concerned. And that's what we vocal directors, we need to know how to do that.
Experience. Yeah, and I think that's why we seek out opportunities, and that's why we're all jumping on an opportunity like this. We want to grow, we want to stretch ourselves, we want to stretch our skills. And I was thankful that some of them in the last rehearsal had said, yeah, I was doing this exercise and I was doing that, because sometimes you put stuff out there and you just like, well, I hope people see it. I hope they're able to grow from it. But it was good to be able to get that confirmation, and it has been helping. And even the exercises I do on Sunday morning, I'll have people text me or send me videos of their choir doing it, or just anything. And
Hmm.
I want to be able, I'm very passionate about being able to provide that kind of access to people who
Yes.
wouldn't otherwise have it. Not everybody has the means or the time to take voice lessons and to have a private voice coach, but that doesn't mean that this information should be, taboo or out of reach. And
Yes.
I think everybody who enjoys singing wants to be able to do it better, do it more confidently, and build up what they enjoy doing. And I think everybody should have access to that. So yeah.
That's great. Okay. So out of all the characters for the WCH Clubhouse production, who's your favorite? What's your favorite character?
Oh, that's hard. Okay, so that's hard. Character wise is Ada Pearl. Character wise, I know she's not a lead, but oh, I have so much fun with, and I think even working with, it's hard to say working with this cast as well because the Ada Pearls are so different and they bring so many different layers, but so do the Glendas. So the oh gosh, and I mean the Dorothys are just fire. And then the Lions are really fun. Okay, I sound really. I'm like I don't know. The Lions are most fun to work with in session.
Okay, what I was gonna say, what with you explaining it that way, and me glancing visually in my mind over the pictures of the cast, because I can't say that I know any of them by name, but this exposure is letting the world know that there are a lot of talent, there's a lot of gifts out here
Yeah,
that we've never heard of who are amazing
yeah, yeah.
because they're chosen to be in this space because they're amazing.
Hmm.
So just imagine, I'm highly anticipating both shows, which is Friday and Saturday, March the 12th and the 13th. Yeah, 13th.
Yep,
For
matinee
four,
show.
yes, 4 p.m. and 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So make sure you get on Clubhouse if your iPhone
In
uses some.
Clubhouse. I got
Yeah.
people asking like, you mean I gotta get? Yeah, you gotta get in Clubhouse. Sorry.
Yeah, it's an amazing space. So with all of the productions that are going on, and with the Wiz having it being so iconic in itself, like how can you make how do you put your stamp, your signature on these vocals with this already established talent and script? Like, how does Dr. Lori Hicks knock it out the park?
I love that question. Um, the first thing I did with them was have them speak it as a monologue, and that helped me to get to know who they were individually and how they
Mm,
express themselves. So my goal is to put pull them out through the character,
wow.
pull the most out of their voice without straining themselves. So I'm always coming from a technical, but I'm not beating the technique over the head. But I am always coming because if you want to be able to preserve, if you want to be able to sustain the whole show, and pace yourself, learning pacing, things like that. So as long as they are coming through with that, for me, that would be my stamp because it's not me. It's
Right.
about the character and it's about that person shining and how can I coach that out of them. So
Wow.
yeah, if they're genuine and true to who they are and the characters,
Hmm.
and just paint Oz with their voices, that to me
Wow.
is would be my stamp.
That's great. That's a great approach to it because vocal directors, if you're like me, I kind of stick to the continuity of whatever was originally done. So I kind of listen for certain things and certain lines you got to do a certain
People
way.
can go on iTunes and listen for that.
Right.
They don't
And I love what
they
you
don't
said
need to
about
start
that.
over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To pull
That's
out
what
the person.
yes, that's what the magic of the stage is. You get who Lori is as Dorothy, who excuse me, Azura is as Dorothy, who Alana is as Dorothy, and they're two completely different people.
Wow.
Really, it gives me goosebumps each time with each of the characters because they have different perspectives and they're both right. They're all right as long as you're committing to the story and the character and the who you are. You're still right.
Wow, that is awesome. This is so great. I'm so glad that I got you to do this interview because this is great.
These
Because
are
I
great
know
questions. Thank you.
because I know there are aspiring or already established vocal directors who desire to level up and to get into certain spaces. So that being said, with the use of Clubhouse, how can, well, even use of Clubhouse and beyond, how can aspiring vocal directors really get their game up? Like, what does it take, whether they're trained or untrained?
Well, and I'm actually aspiring to get into a different market. So I've kind of gone a long way in one specific market. So Clubhouse for me has been the networking and the research to figure out what those singers need to
Mm.
be able to meet their needs, to tailor my communication, my offerings for exactly what their specific problems are in the industry, out there working, out there with the pressure to, if I don't get up here and sing, I might not be able to pay my bills. You know, if this show is shut down, what am I going to do? How am I going to keep myself in shape? All of these different things, problems and issues, especially now, to be able to hear them voice that, to be able to hear what their dreams are and what they're aspiring to be, and how can I meet that need. So it's been research for me, relationship building, networking, and a wonderful learning experience. Because I was telling somebody earlier, in the classical arts, you're taught to learn your music, do it right, execute the character, have perfect technique, and show up and be ready. But you don't really go after the opportunities as much until you're out there and you're like, where's the word? Okay, I have to go out here and go after these opportunities, not just auditioning, but actually creating opportunities for myself and seeing what other areas and markets I can find a niche in as well. So yeah, it's been expanding me, stretching me as a director and just as a performer as well. Yeah.
Wow, that is great. Thank you for that. So those are really all the questions that I have. As vocal people, we can chat like all day long because we that's what we do. But when it comes to things like this, it's like we're like, okay, we're done. Like we're done. But this but this is great. Thank you so much for your time. And I just want you to tell anyone how they can reach you for your services and to connect to those videos and those techniques that you offer to the cast of the Wiz CH, and how they can reach you.
All right, so get ready. All right. So my website, my company is lchstudios.com. You visit that website. There I have information. I have videos free. I have links to my YouTube page. You could go and subscribe to my YouTube channel for the gospel videos on Sunday mornings, exercises. You can also look at master classes that I've taught and lesson clips that I've taught and kind of see my teaching style and my method, my 5S voice method. Um, you can also, oh gosh, I got the website, my Instagram, that's where I post my exercises, Facebook as well, Dr. Hicks Music, um, and my online voice training boot camp, which is a 5svoicemethod.com. You can look that up and you can register. It's $99. It's self-paced. It's exercises and lessons all on vocal technique, and you can use it at your convenience, and then also become a part of my Facebook group where I give feedback and we talk more about the method and exercises and things that really help you in your journey, because it's all about that journey and that process. So I just want to be a guide and what is going to be best for you, what is going to get you to where you want to be vocally, whether it's singing, acting, preaching, all the things, speaking, all of it. So yeah,
Great.
I think
One
that's
other question I wanted to ask, because it just came to me. So we're in the midst of this pandemic. Is there any advice that you would give to vocalists who have been exposed to COVID, have gone through having COVID, and are recovering from COVID? I'm asking this question because there are several singers that I know who contracted COVID who have said they feel different in their body when they perform, and I have given them a few recommendations, but I would like to hear what you would recommend for a
Yes,
vocalist who is post COVID.
post COVID. That's excellent. I would treat it as getting over any injury, any type of physical or vocal injury. You have to take a few steps back. I wouldn't jump right back into performing right away. Take a few steps back, get to relearn your body. Because if your body has changed, if your breathing has changed, if your support has changed, you need to relearn what that is and give your body time to adjust, your mind time to adjust, because that is the muscle that really is controlling everything.
Mhm.
So to be able to get used to that new sensation, what does this new voice feel like? And thankfully, I have been safe from COVID, but I've gone through a vocal injury. I myself have gone through the birth of my son, and having my support system cut. So anything can happen in life that can shift our singing, our voice to something completely different, and then we're having to get used to a new normal. So just with everything else, if your voice has changed, if your body has changed and it feels different, take the time to get used to a new normal. Do breathing exercises every day, not just singing, but just working the breath and getting used. Okay, how long can I sustain this breath? How much farther can I stretch it? And how can I build that mechanism up and get used to that sensation in a new way? So just breaking it down to basic breathing and body fundamental drills, I would say.
Wow, that's awesome. Great. I had it on my list. I was like, I'm missing something. This is what I definitely wanted to get to that because people need to know that this is affecting the body in a horrific way and the mind.
In the mind, it feels different. Then you're kind of jarred. You're like, okay, oh, am I? Can I sing? Can I still do this? Can I still do that? You won't be able to answer that question until you take time to get to know who this is, who you are now, and that's
Right.
okay. That's life.
Which one of your mantra from your website, healing purpose, healing preparation, and healing power.
Yeah.
I love that so much. Thank you so much, Dr. Lori Hicks, for your time. Everybody that's please follow hashtag the Wiz CH. Dr. Lori has her merch. I have my virtual background up and I'll have my merch soon. And you can get your official merch by going to thewizch.com. If you can check my bio or Dr. Lori's page at some point, I know I'm an affiliate, so you can click the link in my bio to support me and the Wiz CH for your official merch. And Dr. Lori, again, thank you so much. Follow us on Twitter, everybody. And make sure you follow us on Twitter and Instagram so you can keep up with all the updates. And we'll see you in the clubhouse on Friday and Saturday, March the 12th and the 13th, 4 p.m. and 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for our shows. All righty. Thank you.